So we start this off with Mark spitting game at Eve, which worked for the time being until he had the bright idea of saying,
remember that other you I told you about?
Yeah?
She said she always loved leave the other.
and Eve starts jumping all types of assumptions. And in the middle of Mark screwing up his game, Cecil tells him that every single hero in America has been abducted. So Mark tells her what's going on, but she's already ready talking about something.
This better be fucking cataclysmic.
So following suit, we cut to Voldemort's brother yapping to all the heroes that's locked up, and finally Mark and Eve arrive. But despite Mark being 2.6 times stronger and everything, well, not only did his bitch get mobbed, but he got smacked! So with Eve Invincible getting captured, it seemed like all hope was lost until Cecil had a backup plan of,
I don't think so.
So obviously a bootleg Batman wasn't enough, so Cecil also brought in his killer robots. Now in the moment when I was watching it, I didn't think anything of it, but you know, Mark,
What the fuck?
had a little issue with it. So after they win the fight and everything, Mark has a little episode tackling Darkwing and asking why him and the killer robots are there, in which Darkwing tries to explain himself.
I did terrible things, but that was before. I'm better now.
But then he mentions,
Thanks to Cecil. Thanks to Cecil. Thanks to Cecil.
You should be in prison.
yeah, he probably shouldn't have said that, but then, immortal.
Stand down, Invincible. They saved us. They saved everyone here. We can get to the bottom of this together.
Boy, if you don't... And when he pulled up to the Pentagon, that boy Mark was on hot. Cecil tries telling him to calm down, but Mark was not hearing it. Mark explains his point of view, saying that these people are criminals and that they've killed people, so they should really be in prison, not out free helping the government and whatnot. But then Cecil low-key makes a pretty fair point, saying,
let them make restitution for their mistakes.
yeah, but see that word right there? That word, mistakes, should have never left his lips. Anyways, after another minute of arguing and Mark not listening, Cecil tells Mark one last time to go home before he does something he'll regret, before Mark cuts him off saying,
Wait, why are we in here again?
The White Room is for my protection.
Protection from what?
From you, Mark. From you.
and it was from this moment forward when I realized that this show was about to make a huge 180. Mark clarifies and he's like,
protection from me?
and as he's stepping up to him, well,
Get back, nigga!
then Cecil hits him with this cold ass line saying,
It's my job to defend the planet from threats. Don't make me put you in that category, Mark.
and so Mark asks Cecil whether or not he uses those robots to keep Darkwing or Sinclair in check, but Cecil makes the valid point saying that they don't have Mark's powers, which I feel like he himself be forgetting that he is literally the strongest nigga in this entire show right now. But Mark makes the argument of him using those powers only to help people, but then Cecil's like,
Who are you helping right now? You threaten people who disagree with you.
I don't threaten.
No? Because you're scaring the shit out of me right now.
and when he says that line, that low-key hit me when the first time I watched it. We ain't never hear this man Cecil admit fear in his life. So as soon as he basically tells Mark that he's scared, he has the bright idea to step up to him until one of the robots stop him. And this little clinch right here is the start of something that should have been completely avoidable. Mark starts crashing out, starts beating the living shit out these robots. In the middle of beating all these robots' asses, he tells Cecil that he's gonna expose them, but Cecil tells him that everyone already knows. But Mark just ain't hearing them. Whole time he bloodlusted, just crushing these robots left and right. And keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Omni-Man almost died to like 3 of them. But anyways, after Mark finishes off the robots, he has the nerve to ask, "Is that all you got?"
Why did you have to ask that, kid?
So after the room goes red, you just hear Mark aggressively breathing, talking about something. So Cecil asks him to stop one last time, but Mark, to no one's surprise, wasn't listening. So Cecil tells Mark that he doesn't want to hurt him, but this next line that Mark hits Cecil with,
I'm not the one who's gonna get hurt.
so most people at this moment will probably think, yeah, this is pretty much the end of these two, but trust me, it gets a lot worse.
You said you don't do threats.
Yeah. Well, people change.
But following suit, Cecil tells him not to do it, but Mark obviously don't listen, so he charges in, and as he was about to punch that first robot,
I'm tripping and I'm loving it.
this man installed some sonic waves in his brain. Oh, hell no. See, now whole time up until this moment, I was on Cecil's side, but since I seen this, I was like, yep, Mark, go ahead and say it. Cecil K, nigga.
Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it. Tell him Kendrick did it like wine.
See, now from here on out, this is kind of where I get confused, because Mark is clearly leaving here, which is what Cecil told him to do. And so now it's just starting to feel like he just hurting his man for fun and games. And Cecil tells him that the sound actually messes up his inner ear and could low-key cause him permanent ear damage. In which Mark says to this man,
You put a weapon inside me?
and Cecil tells him because of what his dad put them through, along with what he can do, he said,
You're goddamn right I did.
and obviously Mark feels some type of way because Cecil literally told him that he's not his father. And Cecil, obviously having no other option, tells him that he does believe that and continues to explain himself, trying to be reasonable, but Mark again just dots away. Anyways, Mark starts flying away at like Mach 10, with Cecil teleporting from location to location trying to catch up to Mark, but then he realizes that he's actually going towards the Guardians of the Globe, in which he tells the people in his ear,
We can't have them involved.
and so to stop them from getting involved, he presses the button again. But it seems to be too late because he ended up crashing in the headquarters anyways.
Constructive criticism before ignoring it completely.
So after catching everyone off guard, he asks Rudy to get the thing out of his head, telling everybody that Cecil is after him, and in that moment,
Don't understand.
then Mark's dramatic ass talking about some.
He's trying to kill me.
He's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill me. What?
And Cecil shuts that down immediately. Anyways, the conversation goes in circles for a while, with Invincible explaining what's going on and whatnot, and Cecil tells Mark to come back with him, ending the conversation, and obviously Mark wasn't going for it, so for one last time, he presses the button again. And he gonna realize that that was probably one of the most fatal mistakes he could have ever made. Soon as he presses the button, everyone just steps back in question, completely confused as to why he's doing this to Mark, in which Monster Girl tells that man to stop, but that boy was not listening. Then he spawns in the robots for extra measure, like, bro, the sound device is plenty. So the Guardians get ready to fight, in which Cecil flipped a switch on him, talking about some.
All of you sit the fuck down. Now.
Nigga, no.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he should have known his team a little better than that. Anyways, the Guardians start brawling out with the robots. Low-key, for the most part, everybody putting in work. And while they're fighting, Cecil yells for everyone to stop, as if that was gonna do something. But Rex peeps that Invincible's in pain because of the button, so Rex charges up a little explosives and throws it right at Cecil's hand. A little excessive to get the remote out, but hey, whatever, we'll allow it. But little did he realize it was a dead man switch, so breaking it actually meant that they couldn't turn it off. So Robot tries to turn it off remotely, and in the meantime, the robots start kicking the shit out this man Mark. Monster Girl tries to help him, but she gets tackled to the side. Jesus Christ. Cecil tells his man to shut it down, but Robot beat him to it, turning the sound device off before they could turn off the robots. And when Mark finally starts hearing clearly, and it's looking very familiar. So after Mark left a devastating sight for everyone to see, Cecil has a bright idea of trying to talk his shit, in which in the moment he was making a good point, but the second he turns his head,
And if you ever come near my family again, I will kill you.
and so he drops Cecil, nearly killing him, and as he's walking away, he tells Rudy to get the sonic device out his head, and then the scene ends. Now guys, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be about 8 total episodes this season. If y'all want to see me cover more episodes or scenes that happens throughout the season, especially that fight, y'all know exactly what to do. And with all that being said, we just hit 9,000 subscribers, so I just wanted to thank all of you, and I'll see y'all real soon.
Trap house and I weighted dope in grams. Like my name Brand. Try to hide the fire, but you can tell. Care about where I'm standing. Told my little bro push up chain scope.